Right friends, welcome back to Questions and Answers, General and Banking. This is from 30th November to 6th December, 49th week. Look at the first question. India's first indigenously built nuclear submarine, INS Arihant, is likely to be commissioned in February 2016. This is built by Shipbuilding Center at Visakhapatnam, and this is the first nuclear submarine being built by India indigenously with our own technology. This is the first nuclear submarine. What is the advantage of nuclear submarine? The advantage of nuclear submarine is it need not come to the surface quite often, because if the submarine is run on other fuels, it has to come to the surface of the sea. But if the propulsion is through nuclear fuels, it can remain underwater for longer durations. And this technology is available for only few countries. Now India is going to join the select club of countries with the inauguration of this INS Arihant shortly, most likely in February 2016. IFR International Fleet Review. Please look into this picture, you will understand what is the fleet review. The previous one was held almost 14 years ago in Bombay, presently Mumbai, and now it is going to be held in the year 2016 in Visakhapatnam. And this international fleet review, more than 50 countries expressed their willingness to showcase their naval power. Silent Spring, why I asked this question is, long ago, around 40 to 50 years ago, this writer Rachel Carson explained in the book the ill effects of using pesticides. Now we are talking about climate change, but through her book Silent Spring in the 1960s, Rachel Carson first time explained clearly about the ill effects of using pesticides on the general ecosystem of the world. The company which is coming up with a self-driving car, or you can say driverless cars, is Google, and it is spending a lot of money on this innovation of driverless cars. It's already tested in United States of America. New Horizon spacecraft, it is part of NASA's New Frontiers program, and this New Horizon spacecraft is basically to probe Pluto. This is the initiative of NASA, and at the same time, if someone says Rosetta, that is for the exploration of comet, and that is the initiative of European Space Agency. And all of you are well aware, Chandrayaan and Mangalyaan, these are the initiatives of our own space agency, that is ISRO. Right friends, look at the next one. A summit was held in Johannesburg between China and Africa, and the Chinese president announced assistance and loans worth $60 billion for the African states. And recently, under Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, under the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, leaders met, and Chinese President Xi Jinping announced total assistance and loans worth $60 billion for the development of Africa. Look into the next one. BBIN agreement is motor vehicle agreement. This BBIN agreement is Bhutan, Bangladesh, India and Nepal. In these four countries, these four are SAARC countries. In these four countries, you will have seamless connectivity for either passengers or for goods once this is implemented. And in principle approval was given when the leaders met in Thimphu, and now it is going to be formalized shortly. After that, you can have seamless travel among these four countries. That is the main purpose of motor vehicle agreement. 13 villages surrounding the proposed 9,900 megawatt Jaitapur nuclear power project. Jaitapur is in Maharashtra. There fishermen are up in the arms against this project because they are fearing that their livelihood will be hampered. And recently they passed a resolution against the project, and this Jaitapur project is the proposed nuclear power project of 9,900 megawatt capacity to come up in Maharashtra. The Banker magazine, this is the prestigious magazine published by Financial Times in London, and recently it declared Bank of the Year award in India for 2015. It has given to Yes Bank. Yes Bank is the 5th largest private sector bank in the country, and at the same time Yes Bank is the first Indian bank to issue green bonds worth rupees 1000 crore in the year 2015. What is the purpose of green bond? The green bond purpose is to finance for the green projects which do not spoil the environment, such as renewable energy projects. They are called green projects, right? So recently they have raised 1000 crores to finance green projects. World AIDS Day was celebrated on December 1. The theme is a fast track to end AIDS by 2030. And the introduction of antiretroviral drugs made all the difference, and AIDS related cases have been reduced substantially during the past 10 to 15 years. And at present across the world, 15 million people are accessing life-saving HIV treatment. Average temperatures recorded in the world during 1850 to 1900 is 13.7 degrees centigrade, and this temperature is considered as the pre-industrial temperature. In the COP21 summit at Paris, people are talking about a 2 degrees centigrade rise, 1.5 degrees centigrade rise over and above the pre-industrial temperature. And if someone asks what is pre-industrial temperature, the temperatures, that means the average temperatures recorded in the world prior to the industrialization, but records were not available pertaining to 1750s. Because industrialization in the world started after 1750, but record of temperatures were not available pertaining to 18th century. So the record available was taken, that is from 1850 to 1900. The average temperature was 13.7 degrees centigrade. And please don't forget, already there is an increase of around 0.7 to 1 degree centigrade by this time. And world leaders at Paris decided to reduce the rise in temperature to 2 degrees centigrade from the pre-industrial level of 13.7 degrees centigrade, right? One of the world's largest open access online educator, Khan Academy. All of you are well aware about the Khan Academy, online education firm which was started in the year 2006, started by Salman Khan, US based Salman Khan. He started it, and now it is supported by several voluntary organizations including Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And now in India, Tata Trust will partner with Khan Academy to deliver modules in NCERT format, and this partnership will be for a period of 5 years. At the COP21 is the Conference of the Parties 21. The Prime Minister launched International Solar Alliance of 121 countries, and some newspapers reported 122. Please don't be confused by the number, but please understand what is this International Solar Alliance. International Solar Alliance is the grouping of countries situated between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Please look into this picture. Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. The regions situated in between will have more sunshine because of direct sun rays hitting the earth. And India and France launched this International Solar Alliance of 121 countries, and these 121 countries are situated either fully or partially between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. Because more direct rays will fall on the earth, there is ever possibility of getting more solar energy in this region. Now everyone is talking about renewable energy. That's why this International Solar Alliance was inaugurated by India and France at the COP21 summit in Paris. Vizhinjam International Deepwater Multipurpose Seaport Project. This is coming up near Thiruvananthapuram. If someone says Vallarpadam, that is near Kochi. Right? On the eve of 125th birth anniversary celebrations, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was born in 1891 at a place Maho in Madhya Pradesh, and now 125th birth anniversary celebrations are going on, and in view of this, recently Narendra Modi released two commemorative coins of rupees 10 and rupees 125. And please don't forget, as per the Indian Coinage Act, Government of India can release the coins up to rupees 1000. There is no bar on it. Name the telecom company which launched Project Leap. Under this project, the Airtel Group wants to spend around 60,000 crores of rupees investment in the next 3 years. Probably they are frightened by the proposed launch of Reliance Jio in the country. COP21 was held at Le-Bourget, which is the suburb of Paris. The Sustainable Development Goal, which looks into combating climate change, is goal number 13. And please don't forget, Millennium Development Goals were devised in the year 2000 and their term is expiring by 2015, and recently United Nations devised Sustainable Development Goals, that is 17 Sustainable Development Goals like no poverty, zero hunger, like that. There are 17 Sustainable Development Goals which are to be ensured by 2030, and climate change is a Sustainable Development Goal number 13. India is attracting more funds through venture capital or private equity route for technology, internet and e-commerce sectors. These companies are attracting more investment. Look at the next one. At present, the import duty on gold is 10%, right? And please don't forget, the import duty on gold jewelry is 15%, but the import duty on gold is 10%. The new member which is expected to join OPEC. What is OPEC? OPEC is Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries, and at present there are 12 members. Headquarters is Vienna, Austria. It was formed somewhere in 1960. Initially 5 members with Baghdad as the headquarters, and present headquarters is Vienna in Austria, and there are 12 members, and Indonesia is expected to join OPEC group. OPEC is basically the group of petroleum exporting countries, right? The precondition is the country should be net petroleum exporter if it is to get membership of OPEC, right? And look at the next one. Vijay Kumar Chaudhary was elected the Speaker of Bihar Assembly, and he belongs to Janata Dal United Party. For the first time, child-friendly TB drugs were launched in Cape Town. Cape Town is in South Africa, and these child-friendly TB drugs were meant for children of weighing less than 25 kg. If children are weighing less than 25 kg, these child-friendly drugs are to be used. Previously, there were no child-friendly drugs, and the adult dose is to be split and is to be used for children. But now, special formulation is made especially for children. And Mumbai-based MacLeod's Pharmaceuticals is the first one to manufacture this child-friendly TB drugs. In ICT Communication Index released by ITU. What is ITU? ITU is International Telecommunication Union, headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland. It released this communication index, and India stands at 131 out of 167 countries. A long way to go to realize the dream of digital India, it appears. And please don't forget, South Korea is leading the list in internet connectivity, and in our country we rank at 131 out of 167 countries, and there is a long road to meet this digital India target. World Soil Day was observed on December 5. Look at the next question. Mein Kampf will be republished for the first time since the end of World War II. This is the German name, that is the Mein Kampf, and the meaning is My Struggle. This was originally written by Adolf Hitler. In the year 1925, it was printed 8 years before Hitler came to power, and Germany was defeated by the Allied powers in Second World War in the year 1945, and subsequently printing of this book, copyright has gone to state of Bavaria, and as per the German rules, copyright lasts for 70 years, and now it will be republished for the first time after the end of World War II. Right? Look into the next one, Green Climate Fund. All of us are talking about Green Climate Fund. Green Climate Fund is the financial mechanism where developed countries will make available to developing countries at the rate of $100 billion from 2020. Every year, they will make available $100 billion to mitigate the climate change, to adapt to the climate change. So, this $100 billion every year is to be arranged by developed countries to developing countries, and this was established during the Conference of Parties 16 held at Cancun. Cancun is in Mexico. Right? The cess on coal, in the budget of 2015-16, it was increased to rupees 200 per ton. Previously, it was 100. Now, it is rupees 200 per ton. That is the cess on coal. Rockmark Kabore became the first democratically elected president in nearly 4 decades in Burkina Faso. Where is Burkina Faso? Please look into this picture. Burkina Faso is West African country, and he became first democratically elected president in nearly 4 decades because Blaise Compaoré ruled the country for over 27 years, and the previous name was Upper Volta, and now the name is Burkina Faso. This is West African country, right? So finally, democracy returned to Burkina Faso, and let us wait and see how long it will survive, because in many African countries, democracy is being threatened because of religious and ethnic divisions. Eurozone inflation stood at 0.1%, and I would like to tell you the developed countries are suffering because of low inflation. Developing countries are suffering because of high inflation. Developed countries want a minimum inflation of 2%. Developing countries want to reduce inflation. Developed countries want to increase inflation. This is the irony of the world. Now, Eurozone inflation stood at 0.1%, and number of countries in Eurozone are 19. And please don't forget, European Central Bank ECB is situated in Frankfurt, Germany. Recently, RBI liberalized rules for accessing external commercial borrowing. Please don't forget, external commercial borrowing is borrowing abroad. Indian companies borrow abroad because interest rates are less in other countries, and recently the new guidelines are formulated by Government of India based on MS Sahu committee recommendations. Declaration of intent for Commonwealth Trade Finance Facility was signed by India, Sri Lanka, Maldives and Mauritius recently when the Chogam Summit was held in Malta. Last question, Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg and his wife Priscilla Chan will give away 99% of their shares in the company to good causes. It comes to around $45 billion. And if you calculate in Indian currency, it comes to rupees 3 lakh crores. And this will be donated to Chan Zuckerberg Initiative, as they felt world should be better for children, and for that this $45 billion will be utilized, but there is no clear intent as expressed by Mark Zuckerberg how this is going to be spent. Right? Anyhow, it's a good initiative of establishing Chan Zuckerberg Initiative for the betterment of society as a whole. Right friends, let us wind up. Please do join for other modules. Have a nice day. Thank you.